Sequence and series, weightage is 3 to 4. Guys, uh, let's start with the concept sequence. Sequence is not something new for you. You have seen sequences in number series. All right. So APGP is one of the sequences only, right? AP common difference exists. AP common ratio exists or common multiplier exists. It's a GP. It's not something new to you. You've seen that in number series. So first of all, what is a sequence? Sequence is orderly arranged numbers. When you arrange the numbers in a order, such numbers are said to be in a sequence. What is the order in which these numbers are arranged? What is the order in which these numbers are arranged? Where you see a common difference. What's the common difference? 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 and so on. And what is the order in which the second example arranged? Every next number is into 2 of the previous number. So that means there is a common ratio or common difference in the second one. Common ratio. In the first one, there exists a common difference. If there is a common difference, what is that sequence called as? Arithmetic progression. If there is a common ratio, what is that sequence called as? Geometric progression. If there is a common difference, arithmetic progression AP. If there is a common ratio, geometric progression GP. Now, having seen what is sequence, sequence means orderly arranged numbers. Having seen what is sequence, let us see what is a series. Yes, if I take the sum of those orderly arranged numbers, then that becomes a series. You see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, all these are sequence of numbers. I have taken just the addition of those numbers. That means sum of those numbers. If I write like this, 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 and so on till n terms, that becomes a sum. Have you understood? Everybody clear? Now let's move on to the first concept of the chapter, that is arithmetic progression. What is arithmetic progression? A sequence in which there is a common difference. A sequence in which there is a common difference is said to be what? An arithmetic progression. Now, what is the general form of an arithmetic progression? The first term of an AP is A, second term is A plus D, third term is A plus 2D, and so on. The last term is going to be A plus N minus 1 into D. Now, have a look here. Every next term, you see, it's plus D of the previous term. First term here is A. I've added D to get A plus D. Again, to A plus D, I've added D. What is D here? The common difference to get A plus 2D. Can you tell me what is the third term here? A plus. Third term, 2D. What will be the fourth term? A plus 3D. Understand one thing, the coefficient of D in any term is always 1 less than the required term. If you're looking at 10th term, it's going to be A plus 9D. And in general, the last term of the series is A plus N minus 1 into D. Using that, you can get any term. So this is basically what? Nth term. You see in nth term, the coefficient of D is 1 less than N, which is nothing but what? N minus 1. Always in AP, you remember, the coefficient of D is always 1 less than the required term. If it is 15th term, what is 15th term? A plus 14D. You're getting it? Right. Now, what's the common difference, guys? As I told you, it's what common number is added to get the every next term. That is what is common difference. How to compute common differences? It is T2 minus T1. If you take the difference between second term and first term, the same will be the difference between third term and second term, and so on. T3 minus T2, T2 minus T1. What is T2 minus T1, everybody? If I take the difference, a plus D minus A is D. What about difference between T3 minus T2? Again D, because 2D minus D is D. A and A will get cancelled. You get the common difference is how much? D. So T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2 or T4 minus T3, all these differences are equal. Therefore, it is said to be what? A common difference. Have you understood? Now, having seen the general form of an AP and what is AP, let's see the nth term of an AP. Because nth term of an AP is nothing but the last term of an AP. As you saw a general form, what was the last term? A plus n minus 1 into d, or nth term, guys. If you want nth term, the coefficient of d is 1 less than n. What is 1 less than n? N minus 1. So is it not a plus n minus 1 into d? So the last term of an AP or nth term of an AP represented by Tn, or you can even write it as L, is given by a plus n minus 1 into d. Is it clear? And then if you want an example, T10 a plus 9d, T15 a plus 14d. What is T25? A plus 24d. Is it clear, everybody? Say yes or no. Now, the next concept that we are going to see, that is sum of n terms of an AP. Sum of how many terms? N terms of an AP. The next concept that we are going to see uh, is the sum. I'm going to derive it. So how we have that sum formula that way, right? Can you give me an AP? Just give me an AP. 2, 4, 6, 8. Everybody know how to find arithmetic mean? What is arithmetic mean? Summation x by. Correct? What does arithmetic mean for these observations? What does arithmetic mean for these observations? 6. Don't you think 6 is middle term? Don't you think 6 is middle term? You're getting it. 6 is what? Middle term. Guys, if I have a arithmetic mean, I just have to multiply that with what? N. I just have to multiply that with total number of terms. I get the sum. Yes or no? If I know the middle term, I mean, since it is an AP, I know the middle term. If I multiply the middle term with the total number of terms, don't I get the sum? So I'm looking at sum of n terms of an AP. How do I get it? Yes, how do I get the middle term? It's the average of extreme terms. Yes or no? What's the first term actually? A. What is the last term actually? L. So how do I get the middle term using A and L? A plus L divided by 2. A plus L divided by 2. What is this? Middle term. What is the middle term actually? Nothing but the arithmetic mean. Yes or no? Arithmetic mean is middle term only. Into n. What does it give us? What is this? Summation x. This is what is the sum formula of an AP. This is what is sum formula of an AP. Sn is equal to, I just modify this a little. Can I write it as n by 2? Ultimately, it's a multiplication into what? A plus L. So this is what is Sn formula of an AP. So this is not the formula that we know. You're familiar with. There's one more formula. Let me tell you how to get it. Guys, what is L? Last term. What is last term of an AP? A plus n minus 1 into d. Correct? So what happens to A plus A? 2A. So it is 2A plus n minus 1 into d. This is what you know is n. Correct? But how do we derive it? Using the middle term concept. What is the middle term of any AP? It's the arithmetic mean. What's the middle term of any AP? It is nothing but the arithmetic mean. How do I find the middle term? Average of extreme terms. A plus L by. Have you understood how we arrive at the formula? Everybody, Helipa, clear? Say yes or no. Now take the formula for sum of n terms of an AP. What is it? This formula to be used when the last term is not given. N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, and this formula has to be used when the last term is given. N by 2 into a plus l, yes, both are one and the same. I derived the first one using the second formula only. Yes or no? Tidya, don't by heart the formula. Remember the logic why the formula is like this. You getting it? Everybody. Right. That's all in the AP actually. If you see AP, only this nth term, sum of n term. But the varieties of question that you have are many, right? Shall we start solving the questions? So, what is that we discussed in on AP so far? What is an AP? An AP is a sequence having a common difference. What's the general form of an AP? A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. A plus n minus 1 into D. What is A plus n minus 1 into D? The last term or nth term. You getting it? And Sn. Depending upon the data given, there are two varieties of formula. Actually, both are one and the same. When the first term and last term both are given, what is it? It's middle term into n. What is middle term? A plus L by into what? N. Or A plus L by 2 into n, or n by 2 into A plus L, one and the same. And just expand for L. What is L? A plus n minus 1 into D. You end up getting this formula. The first formula to be used when last term is not given. Second formula is to be used when the last term is given. Have you understood? So both these formulas are obtained from what? Mean formula, arithmetic mean formula only. Have you understood? Say yes or no. Right. Let's see the questions on arithmetic progression. Okay, there are varieties of question, just like a simple interest. We have varieties of question. Let's see the first variety of a question on arithmetic progression. Before I start with the question, guys, I want you to understand one thing. Simple interest and arithmetic progression are analogous to each other. Let me justify that. Simple interest and the arithmetic progression are analogous to each other. How they are analogous? Everybody look at this. Yes, what is an AP? The sequence having what? Common difference. Let's talk about rupees 1000 invested. How much? 1000 invested at 10% per annum. At 10% per annum. Now, tell me what is the amount in your account to start off with? Whatever money you invest, that itself is the amount to start off with. Your first amount is 1000 rupees only. Arey, you invested 1000 today. You started investing from today. Okay, 1000 is present in your account. Yes or no? After after 1 year, it will grow. Yes or no? 1000 plus 10%, it will become what? 1100. Correct. What is the amount at the end of first year, guys? What is the interest that you get for 1 year? Percent on 1000 rupees. So what is the amount in your account? 1000. Are you getting it? Now what is A3? Third amount. Is it 1100 plus 10%? No. Why? Principal remains the same. So again, what's the interest for the second year? 100 rupees only. Correct? Array, interest for every year in case of a simple interest remains the same or different. Same. Why same? Principal is same. Had it been a compound interest, interest for each year will be different. Why? Principal changes at every compounding. So what is the amount at the end of third year? When second year, sorry, 1200. So guys, look at these amounts. Don't you find a common difference between the amounts? So amounts in case of a simple interest and terms in case of an AP are nothing but what? Both are AP only. Amounts in simple interest are in AP. These are in AP. How do you justify they are in AP? Common difference exists. Have you understood how come simple interest and the arithmetic progression are analogous to each other? Because the amounts in simple interest are in arithmetic progression. Have you understood? Everybody clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? Right. So let's have the questions. Right, the first type of question on arithmetic progression is given Tn. What is Tn? Last term. A. What is A? First term. D. Common difference. A is the first term. D is the common difference. Guys, I gave you a general form, right? In the general form, what was A? The very first term. Yes or no? In the general form, you see A is called what? The very first term, and D is called as the common difference. Yes or no? What is N? Everybody, what is N? Number of terms. N is nothing but number of terms. A is the first term, N is the number of terms, D is the common difference. Is it clear, everybody? Now, let us have the first variety. What is to find actually? It is to find n. What you are given with last term, first term, and the common difference. You are asked to find what? N. N for number of. Everybody look at the question. Find the number of terms of an AP. That means what you need to find? N. Having the first term 6. What is 6? A is 6. Common difference is 3. So D is 3. And what is 300? Last term. Tell me what connects all this? Last term, first term, common difference. All these are connected through what formula? Nth term formula. What is nth term formula? A plus L n minus 1 into D. A plus n minus 1 into D. Guys, last term and Tn are one and the same. Yes or no? Last term or Tn are one and the same. Let me substitute for last term, which is 300. What is A? 6. And n is, we need to find. D is what? 3. Let's remove the brackets and simplify. 6 plus 3 into n is 3n. 3 into 1 is 3. Next, 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 plus 3n is equal to 300. Where will 3 go? On the other side. 300 minus 3 is 297 equal to 3n. N is equal to how much? 99. So this is how you compute n. Correct? Number of terms are 99. Let me tell you guys, this will be one of the step in some of the questions. In some question, this will be one of the step. Can you afford to spend so much of time in getting the value of n when it becomes one of the steps to solve the questions? It's not that it is difficult, it is easy only. Just what? Multiplication, removing the brackets and simplifying, that's it. But when it becomes one of the step in the question, spending so much of time for getting the value of n itself is not. It's not feasible, right? We want to solve the question in 1 minute, right? This will not let us to solve the question in 1 minute because it involves more steps. So what we do, we are not going to do it this way. So why have I categorized the question? If you are solving the question in the way it is, then there's no point in me giving you what? Types. You getting it? Because any question for that matter, you can solve using either Tn or Sn. That's it. Either Tn or Sn. That's it. Just like simple interest. Simple interest formula PTR percentage. Amount formula P plus SI. That's it. Why do we have the types there? So that if you identify the types, solving question becomes easier using the shortcuts. You're getting it? Now. So this is not the way you're going to solve. You're going to solve this in less than 5 seconds time. You're going to solve this in less than 5 seconds time. So how you're going to do it? What is the unknown here? N. So it's simply L minus A by D plus 1. Everyone do this now. What is L? 300 minus what is A? 6 divided by what is D? 3 plus 1. How much? 99. It's L minus A by D plus 1. So from now on, to find out N, this is what you should be doing. L minus A by D plus 1. What is L? Last term 300 minus A is 6 divided by D is 3 plus 1. How much it is? 90. Less than 5 seconds? Yes or no? Have you copied? This is to be used when what? N is asked by giving L and A and D. Clear? Everybody, hey, respond. Solve this now. What is 1000 in the question? Last term. What is 40 in the question? And what is 8? Common difference. Computer. L minus A by D plus 1 is what is number of terms. How much? 121. Option C. Online students clear? Huh. Which one? Second type. Okay. Listen now. Let me explain. Everybody, what is the second type? You want to solve one more on type 1? Okay. Find the number of terms of the sequence whose first term is whose first term is 13. Common difference is common difference is 13, and the last term is calculator is gone. 338. Have you added one towards the end? Pakka? Huh? Uh, minus a by d plus 1 is equal to what? N. So L is how much? 338. Common difference is 13, and the first term is 13. Everybody? 338 minus 13 divided by 13 plus 1. How much? 26. Clear, everybody? Say yes or no? Everyone, take the second type. This is commonly asked question in the exam. What they'll ask is, they'll ask you to get the sum of all natural numbers between the two given numbers. Sometimes they give you between, sometimes from this number to that number. Please understand, whenever they say between, do not consider, that means it becomes exclusive. Whenever they say between these two numbers, even two numbers become exclusive. Even though they satisfy the condition, you should not consider them. When they say from A to B, A and B are the two given numbers, then it becomes inclusive, provided if they satisfy the condition. Provided if they satisfy the condition. You copy this, then you will know what exactly it is. Whenever they say between, they become what? The two given numbers become exclusive. Whenever they say from A to B, then the two numbers become inclusive, provided they satisfy what? Condition. So please make a note of this while solving the question. You will understand the meaning of it. Look at the question now. Find the sum of all natural numbers between what? 6 and 600. So between, if they say, so should I consider these two numbers? And there is one condition here. What's the condition? Exactly divisible by 6. Actually, 6 is divisible by 6. Even 600 is also divisible by 6. But are we going to consider them? Because between means the numbers are exclusive. We should take the numbers between those 6 and 600 only. What's the next number after 6 which is exactly divisible by 6? And then 18, and then 24, and so on. So 600, you know, it's divisible by 6. Definitely 600 we are not going to consider because they are exclusive. So one number before 600 which is exactly divisible by 600 is 594. Yes or no? Minus 6 you have to do, that's it. No. So now this is A, this is L. If I know first term, I know last term, what is that they're asking us to find? Sum. Correct. So what is Sn? N by 2 into A plus L. But what I don't know is, I know the shortcut for N. What is it? L minus A by D plus 1. Compute L minus A by D plus 1. 594 minus 12 divided by, what's the common difference? 6 plus 1. It's how much? 98. So I got everything that is required for the calculation as per the priority within the bracket. A plus L. A is 12 plus L is 594 into N is 98 divided by how much? 29694. Which is the right answer? None. No option. Everybody clear? Ah. Should I explain once again or clear? Everyone clear? Say yes or no. Have you understood why 6 and 600 are not considered even though they are divisible by 6? Why? Because what they have mentioned is between. So you're not going to consider those two numbers because they are exclusive. Online students, is it clear? Why have I used Sn formula then by 2 into a plus l? Because I know first term, I know last term of the sequence. What's the common difference here, everybody? 12, 18, 24 and all? It is 6. You're getting it. Everyone, shall we have one more? Shall we have one more? Okay. Now tell me, it's from 20 to 400. Guys, are they inclusive or exclusive? Inclusive. Provided they satisfy the condition. What's the condition? Exactly divisible by 7. Is 20 divisible by 7? If it is divisible by 7, then we can consider 20, yes or no. Since it is not divisible by 7, we cannot consider that. So why I gave you that pointer? What pointer? Inclusive provided if they satisfy the condition. Are you getting it? Now, what's the first number after 20 exactly divisible by 7? 21, 28, 35, so on. Tell me, 400 is it divisible by 7? How do you check? Type 400 by 7. Is it? No. There's one number before that. 399 divided by 7. Trial and error you have to do. Is it completely divisible? Yes. So 399 is the last number. I have A, I have L, I have even D. What is D for this? What is D? 7. So can't I find N? L minus A by D plus 1. Why do I need N actually? Why do I need N? To find the sum N by 2 into A plus L. Tell me the answer. N is 55. Put it in this formula A plus L into N by 2. 550? Again, none of this. Sir, can the answer be none? Yes. If you don't find the answer among the option, definitely it is none only. Tell me guys, in this example, number 3, are the numbers inclusive? Are the numbers inclusive? Why? Between. Divisible by 11, they have said. After 100, exactly divisible by 11. Which number? Huh? 110 is the first number, exactly divisible by 11 after 100. Correct? Next, keep adding what? 11 to it to get the next numbers. 121, 132, and so on. Tell me the last number. 999 or 990? 990. That is what is exactly divisible by 11. Are you getting it? Say yes or no. Kana. Now, I know A, I know L. What's the common difference here? 11. Compute N quickly. L minus A by D plus 1. How much, Appa? Huh? 81. So Sn you compute now. How much? 44550. Option A. Are you getting it? Everybody, say yes or no? Right? ಹೇಳಿಪಾ. Want to solve one more on this? Please take. Find the sum of all natural numbers. Find the sum of all natural numbers from 6 to 8, 10, which are exactly divisible by 3. From to 2, inclusive or exclusive? inclusive. So both 6 and 8, 10 are inclusive, provided they satisfy the condition. Is 6 divisible by 3? So should I consider 6? Tell me the sum finally. 1 lakh? 1 lakh? 9,000. 1 lakh? 9,750. Is that the answer? What is the n you got? 269. Very good. Hey, is it zero point 0.5? You won't get zero point 0.5. You won't get a decimal value. Then you'll have to recheck. Correct. What's the sequence first of all? 6, 9, 12, and so on. Last number, 8, 10 is exactly divisible by 3. Yes. Common difference is 3. First term is 6. Last term is 8, 10. Using the shortcut of n, find out n, then put it in Sn formula. N by 2 into a plus n. Clear, everybody? Say yes or no? Helipa. Pakkana. 100%. Want to solve one more? One more. Slowly. Everyone getting it? Please tell me if you have any issues. Shall I give you one more? Okay. Take one more. Find the sum of all even numbers, two-digit even numbers. Find the sum of all two-digit even numbers. That's it. Two-digit even numbers. I need not tell you. 10 to. Very good. I need not tell you what the last number. Two-digit even numbers. What's the first two-digit even number? 10 or 12? 10. Next, 12. Next, 14. Last two-digit even number is 98. 2000. 30. Not 30 na. You understood? Everybody, say yes or no. Shall we move on? Okay. Please take down a note. Uh, Question only. Let me explain through the question only that note. Uh, Everybody, if nth term of an AP, nth term of an AP is m, and its mth term is n, then find its rth term. Option A, m plus n plus r. Option B, m plus n minus r. Option C, m minus n plus r. Option D, none of this. Okay. Let us try to solve this. Is it an AP or a GP? It's an AP, clearly mentioned. It is an AP. Now, what is nth term of an AP, guys? Tn. What is it? A plus n minus 1 into d is equal to what have they given? It is what? M. Similarly, look at the second statement. Mth term. How do I write mth term? Tm. Only modification I have to do is what? Replace n by m minus 1d. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? If nth term is Tn, mth term is Tm. What is that equal to? N. I have got how many equations now? Two equations with two unknowns, and two unknowns are A and D. A is the first term, D is the common difference. So I have got two simultaneous equations in two unknowns. How do I see which one easy to eliminate? A. By doing what I can eliminate A? Subtraction. 1 minus 2. Okay. If I do 1 minus 2, A and A will get cancelled. I'm left out with n minus 1 into D minus m minus 1 into D is equal to what? M minus n. What's common here? D is common. What's remaining from the first term? N minus 1 minus second term m minus 1 is equal to what? M minus n. Now if I remove the brackets and solve, n minus 1 minus m plus 1 is equal to m minus n. Plus 1 minus 1 cancels. D into n minus m. Everyone look here. I have got m minus n on the right side. I have got n minus m on the left side. How do I write m minus n in terms of n minus m? By taking negative sign outside, it becomes n minus m. If I remove the bracket, I'll get back m minus n. The only reason why I've written that in terms of n minus 1 is so n minus m is so that I can cancel both the side. Now what am I left out with for D? Minus 1. So now I put D value in any of the two equations to find the value of A. Which equation shall we use? First one. What is the first equation? A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to m. Here I'm going to substitute D value as what? Minus 1 equal to what? N. Now if I remove the brackets and solve, minus 1 into n is minus n. Minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1 is equal to m. Ultimately I want A. M plus n minus 1. Why have we computed A value, D value to find its R at the term? But now R at the term is what? A plus R minus 1 into D. Correct? Nth term is A plus n minus 1 into D. Mth term is A plus m minus 1 into D. R at the term is A plus R minus 1 into D. Now look. A is how much? M plus n minus 1 plus r minus 1 into what is d? Minus 1. So ultimately m plus n minus 1. Minus 1 into r is minus r. Minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 cancel. So m plus n minus r. The answer for this question is option B. You understood? One of the examination question. Very often they ask this question. Right. This is how you have to solve this question. Two ways I will say how to solve this. One way is already this. Two other ways will say definitely you will not prefer this way. I know. Would you prefer this way? Okay. It's not that it is difficult. It's difficult. It is lengthy. Everybody, it's whenever they talk about nth term, rth term, don't let it as m and r. Let it as 1, 2, 3. Which is AP, right? First term, second term, third term. When you have three terms only, you can check whether they are in AP or GP, yes or no. Why? You have to test for common difference. Second minus first should be equal to third minus second. Check whether they are in AP or a GP. How many minimum terms are required? Three minimum terms are required. Are you getting it? So, I'm letting n is equal to 1, m is equal to 2, r is equal to 3. As per the question, which term I need to find? R at the term. That means which term? Third term. Yes or no? Which term? TR means T3. What is third term of an AP? A plus. TN means TN becomes what? T1. T1 is equal to what? M. What's M we have let 2. Guys, first term is how much? Array, nth term andre TN. First statement, what is my n? 1. Andre t1 equal to what have they given? M. What is m we have let? 2. So first term is, what is first term andre? A is 2. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಈಗ tm let me take. What is tm? T2 equal to what they have given? N. What is n? 1. See, I have got T1, I have got T2. Can I not find difference? T1 minus T2 or T2 minus T1? T2 minus T1. T2 is what? 1. T1 is what? 2. 1 minus 2. So common difference is minus 1. So 2 minus 2 is 0. Whichever option gives you 0, I'm plugging in M and R values. That's the right answer. If I take option B, M value is how much? 2. N value is how much? 1. R value is how much? 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. Nth term, how much we got? 0. Guys, even this way, you need not solve. If you have understood this, that's good enough. Please understand, this is a typical question. If they ask the question in terms of M and R at the term will be M plus N minus R. If they ask the question in terms of P, Q and R at the term will be P plus Q minus R. If they ask in terms of X, Y and Z at the term will be X plus Y minus Z. That's a trend. They should first of all give you X term. In that case, the answer will be y plus z minus x. Whichever term they're asking, that will be minus. In this question, m plus n minus r. R at the term is r. So m plus n minus r. X, y, z. They give you y at the term, z at the term. They ask you to find x the term. Y plus z minus x. That's it. Understood? Everybody, say yes or no. If you remember, if you understand this way, you can do it this way. If you remember that, nothing like it. But this is a typical question. Very often, out of previous papers, you will see 3 4 times the same question has come. Not only in terms of M and R, they've asked the question in terms of PQR also. Have you understood? Whichever term is asked, that will be minus. Whichever term is asked, that will be minus. The two given terms will be plus. As simple as that. Have you understood? Have you understood? So that's what the note point for everyone. Take it as a note now. Note as what? If mth term of an AP is n and its nth term is m, nth term is m, then its rth term will be what? M plus n minus r. Now you tell me what if the question is if Tth term is Tth term of an AP is q and its qth term is p, then it's not r at the term this time. P plus qth term will be. How come? See, whichever term they're asking, that is minus. The given terms are plus. Whichever term they're asking, that will become what? Minus. Whichever terms are given, that will be plus. Given terms are q and p, correct? So is it not p plus q? Required term is p plus q. Doesn't it get subtracted? In place of r, we have what? P plus q. And the answer is, got it? Everybody, everyone, given terms will get added, required term will get subtracted. That's the answer for such questions. Online students, clear? Shall we move on? Shall we? Whichever term is asked, that is negative. Whichever terms are given are positive. Given terms are Q and P. P and Q will become positive. They get added. Whichever term is required term is P plus Q. That gets subtracted. So minus P plus Q. So P plus Q minus P plus Q cancel 0. Mhm. Let's move on to the next variety, type 3. Because I'll tell you the note point of type 3 later. We'll solve the question first. We'll solve out the question, then I'll go back to what is type 3. Okay, please look at this. What is given to you? Eighth term of an AP. Tell me what is eighth term of an AP? A plus. What's the coefficient of D in eighth term? 70. What is that equal to as per the question? 20. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? The sum of its how many terms they're asking? So S 15. Sum means S. Correct. So what's the formula? N by 2 into. Am I given with the last term? If I'm not given with the last term, what is Sn? N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Are you getting this? Are you getting why I'm using this formula? Is this clear? Now, n I don't know. Oh, n I know, which is 15 divided by 2. 2 into a, n minus 1 becomes 15 minus 1 is 14d. Everybody look here. What's common out of 2a and 14d? So if I take that out, what will be the result? A plus d. 2 and 2 will get a plus 7d. Right. I know you know. A plus 7d. What is a plus 7d? 20. And the answer 15 into 20, which is equal to 300. Is it difficult? No. But if you know the concept, it's a matter of just 5 seconds to solve this question. If you know the concept, it's a matter of just 5 seconds to solve this question. Everybody understood this? Tell me. Everybody understood this? Tell me. Okay. Yes, they're asking the sum of how many terms? 15 terms. Tell me if there are 15 terms in the sequence. If there are 15 terms in the sequence, which is the middle term? 7.5 or eighth term? Eighth term. How come? Odd number of terms, the middle term is n plus 1 by 2. It is eighth term. Don't you think this is a middle term only? What's the middle term given? 20. When you are given with middle term, multiply the middle term with the total number of terms to get the sum. Middle term is how much? 20. Total number of terms are how much? 15. 20 into 15, what's the answer? 300. Khel khatam, dukan band. Have you understood? You should be able to identify given term is middle term. You're getting it. How many terms they're asking the sum for? 15 terms. The middle term is eighth term. The eighth term is only given. So sum is middle term into n. That's what the concept used here. Middle term concept. What's the middle term of an AP also called as? What is middle term of an AP also called as? Arth. Then what does arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean ಅಪ್ಪ ಅದು median ಅಲ್ಲ. Of course ಇಲ್ಲಿ median ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. But middle term of an AP is called as what? Arithmetic mean. You getting it? Guys, sum is mean into n alvapa. X bar is summation x by n, agree. Summation x into n is only x bar. I mean, summation x, agree. X bar is nothing but middle term, correct? That is how I derive the formula of Sn. Yes or no? ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಇದೆ. Write down. What is type 3? To find the sum of n terms when the middle term is given. Or sometimes They'll give you a sum, they'll ask you to find middle term. So, sum by n. Here, in the first case, sum is middle term into n, write down middle term into n. In the second case, when they give you sum, they ask you to find the middle term. Middle term is, hey Rapa, middle term is equal to what? Sum by, what is middle term also called as? Arithmetic mean. So, is this the middle term actually? Is 20 a middle term? How do you say 20 is middle term? 15 terms. Middle term is definitely 8 terms. So I'm given with middle term. And number of terms are how many? 15. So don't take the middle term as 8. 8 term is the middle term. So middle term is 20. So answer is 20 into 15. Answer is 300. Can you solve the next question? Look at how many terms are there. N is equal to 49. If there are 49 terms, what's the middle term? 25. So clearly 100 is middle term. So sum is middle term into n, which is 4900. You getting it? Everybody, yes or no? Guys, the sum of 9 terms is equal to 45. They have given sum or middle term. They're asking us to find the fifth term. Guys, out of 9 terms, what is the middle term? Fifth term. So they have given sum here. They're asking us to find middle term. Yes or no? Fifth term is middle. So middle term is equal to what in terms of sum? Everybody, sum by n. Arithmetic mean, middle term means arithmetic mean, sum divided by number of observations. Sum is what here? 45. Number of observations is 9. What is the answer? Option B. Are you getting it? Everyone, it's a type 4 I shall not discuss now. We'll solve the question. Then I'll come back to type 4. What exactly is type 4? Sum of fourth and sixth terms of an AP is 40. Can you tell me how do I write a statement for this? T4 plus T6 equal to what? 40. Tell me what is T4? A plus. What is T6? Equal to what? If I combine A terms, 2A plus equal to what? This is my first equation. What is asked? Find the sum of 9 terms. S9 is asked. Which formula am I supposed to use? N by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into T. What is S9? 9 by 2. 2A plus 9 minus 1 is 8D. What is 2A plus 8D? So 9 by 2 into 40, the answer is 180. Clear? Everybody? Yes or no? Uh, Have they given the middle term in this question just like the example 3? No, they haven't given the middle term. Let look here. I'll give you a magic now. Give me an AP. You only tell me any AP. Same, okay. 2, 4. You're so confused. Fine, fine. Enough. This 4, 6, 8, 10. What's the middle term? Middle term is 6. How do I get the middle term? By adding the extreme terms divided by 2. Don't you think these extreme terms, everybody concentrate, these extreme terms are equidistant from the middle term? Even if I take these two terms average, even those two are equidistant to the middle term. If I take the average of 4 and 8, what do I get? Middle term only. If I take the average of the two terms which are equidistant from the middle term, I get the middle term only. How do I take the average? Sum divided by 2. Yes or no? Everybody. Sum of the two terms equidistant from the middle term divided by 2 always will be equal to middle term. Or average of the two terms which are equidistant from the middle term is always middle term only. You're getting it. These two are equidistant from middle term 6. If I take the average of 2 and 10, it is 6 only. 4 and 8 are equidistant from the middle term. If I take the average of it, it is 6 middle term only. Are you getting it? Now, look at this question, everybody. How many terms you want the sum for? 9 terms. What is the middle term in the sequence where there are 9 terms? Fifth term. Guys, don't you see fourth and sixth are equidistant from the middle term? Fourth and sixth are equidistant from the middle term. They have given the sum of those two terms. All I need to do what? I need not get them added and given. You just have to what? Divide by. Array, sum of average of the terms equidistant from the middle term is the middle term, right? They need not take the sum. They have only given the sum. Just divide it by what? So 40 by 2 is what? 20. What is 20? Middle term. Middle term into number of terms 9 is how much? 180. You getting it? In the previous question, middle term was directly given. So middle term into n. Here middle term is not given. What is given? Sum of the two terms equidistant from the middle term is given. How do you get the middle term? Divide that sum by 2 or 3 now. 2. You get what? Middle term. Get the middle term, multiply that with number of terms, you get the required what? Required sum. Have you understood? Say yes or no. Write down the shortcut for this. What's the type for actually? To find the sum of n terms when the sum of two terms which are equidistant from the middle term is given. What's the shortcut for this? Required sum, write down, required sum is equal to given sum by 2. Given sum by 2, if you do, what do you get? Middle term into n. Write down if you are for your reference. Given sum by 2, if I do, I get a middle term. Required sum is given sum by 2 into n. Guys, are you understanding the question? 9 terms are there, so fifth term is a middle term. Definitely 5 is equidistant from 4 and 6. Or 4 and 6 are equidistant from 5. Yes or no? So when this satisfies, then only I can do required sum is given sum by 2 into n. That given sum by 2 is nothing but what? Middle. Have you understood? Because rather than by hearting this, remember the concept, middle term concept. If you know middle term concept, you can easily solve such questions. Clear, everyone? When we solve this question, look at the number of terms for which the sum is required. 23. What's the middle term? 12. So clearly, 12th is equidistant, or 11 and 13 are equidistant from 12. So definitely, this is a given sum. So middle term, if I want, what I should do? Given sum divided by given sum divided by. So now middle term into n, if I do, I get the required sum. How much? 9, 20. Option. You understood. I'm writing and explaining. If you have understood, you need not write anything on the paper, straight away in the calculator. Have you understood? Everybody? Yes or no? How many terms you need sum for? Middle term is 8. Look, don't you see 3 and 9 are equidistant from the sixth term? Not exactly the neighboring terms, but equidistant, yes or no? If they're equidistant, required sum is equal to given sum by 2 into n, correct? Because given sum by 2, if I do, what do I get? Middle term. So required sum is 8 by 2 into 11. The answer is 44. Is it clear, everybody? Is it clear, everybody? Guys, please don't by heart. Don't do this blindly. Understand the question and do it. Right? Say yes or no. Everyone, the next type of a question on AP is very, very, very important, very commonly asked question in the exam. Almost every paper, you will have a question on the concept which we are going to discuss now. Everybody, type 5. What is type 5? To find nth term. What term? Nth term. What you will be given with? Sum of n terms. Most importantly, in terms of n. Sum of n terms in terms of n. And sum of n terms in terms of n means they'll give you like this. Sn is equal to 5n square plus 6n. They'll give you sum like this. They'll ask you to find the third term, find the fourth term, find the sixth term, and so on. So before I give you these formulas, let me explain what's the meaning of it through the sequence. Give me an AP sequence. Hmm? 12, 24. I'll take that later in the next example. 12, 24, 36, 48. Enough. Look here. Guys, what is the first term here? Well, what if I ask you sum of only one term? If I ask you sum of first term, well, what if I ask you first term? Well, first term and sum of first term is the same. S1 and T1 are one and the same. But what if I ask you S2? What do you mean by S2? Sum of first two terms. What is sum of first two terms? 36. Is the sum of first two terms 36 same as T2? What is T2? 24. Now, how to get T2? It is S2 minus S1. See, what is S2? 36. What is S1 we have? 12. So I get what? 24. You see, S2, T2 if I want to find, it's S2 minus S1. But T1 is same as S1. I proved it how it is. Sum of first term and first term are one and the same. T1 and S1 are one and the same. But when it comes to T2, T2 is not S2. Rather, it is S2 minus S1. Same way, if I want to find T3, it is S3 minus S2. If you want to confirm, S3 means sum of first three terms. How much it is? 12 plus 24 plus 36. How much? 72. Minus S2 already I have 36. 72 minus 36. That fetches me how much? 36. What is T3 third term? 36 only. So please do remember only the first term is same as S1, but the second term onwards. If you want T2, S2 minus S1. What if you want T10? S10 minus S9. You getting it? Everybody. How to find S10? Because they'll give you Sn, okay? 3n square plus 6n. Let's say, for example, this is given. How do I find S10 from this? 10 is equal to 10 in this. I get S10. How do I find S9 from this? Put 10 is equal to 9 in this expression. I get S9. Are you getting it? Then subtract S10 and S9. You get T10. These kind of questions are very, very often asked in the exam. Have you understood? You'll be given SN with SN in terms of what? N. You'll be asked to find a particular term. If they ask T1, it's simply what? If they ask T1, it is simply what? S1. How do I find S1? In the given Sn, put n is equal to 1. That is what is T1 or S1. Have you understood? Clear? Say yes or no. In general, if they ask nth term, don't you think it is Sn minus 1? Because T10 is S10 minus S9. Stn is Sn minus Sn minus 1. Have you understood each of these? Everybody? Helipa, clear? Yes or no? Look, sum of n terms of an AP is 3n square minus n. What is this given? Sn or Tn? Sn. Sum means S only. What is it? 3n square minus n. What is that they're asking? First term. First term is T1 or T2 na? T1. What is T1 in terms of S? S1 only. Correct? What is S1? In this S set, I have to put n is equal to what? 1. How much do I get? 3 minus 1 is, should I write that? 3 into 1 square minus 1, which is nothing but 2. Have you understood? Such questions are very, very, very commonly asked in the exam. Clear? Say yes or no. Everybody. Guys are so superhumans. After? Yes, that's what. What is it, guys? Sn. What is it? 2n square. Tell me, what is asked? How do I find fifth term? T5 is S5 minus S4. Tell me S5 if I want n is equal to what I should put? 5. S square is 25 into 12. I'll store it. M plus. Done now? Now, S4, 16 into 2. I'll store it. How? Minus MRC. The answer is you getting it. Otherwise, write down. S5 is how much? 50. S4 is how much? 32. The difference is 18. One more example. Take. Find 20th term of an AP, 20th term of an AP whose sum of n terms, sum of n terms is 5n square plus 7n. Compute. Final answer. 2 1. What's your answer? 202. You're not subtracting that S19 maybe. You have computed S20. S19 you have not done and you have not subtracted that. What is T20? Not 2020. S20 minus S19. Find out S20 everybody. 20 into equal into 5 M plus. 7 into 20 M plus MRC. How much? 2140. That is just S20. Now S19 you compute. 19 square. 19 into equal into 5 M plus. 7 into 19 M plus MRC. It's 1938. And the difference is 20. They are asking us to find 20th term. T20 is what? S20 minus S19, correct? So what is S20? In this Sn, you have to put n is equal to 20. They got 2140. Minus S19 means in the same expression, put n is equal to 19. So 1938. All you have done, I think it's only this 2140. It's just S20. It's T20 and S20 one and the same. T20 is S20 minus S19. That you have to compute and then subtract. Can you compute one more? Have you all got the answer? Got take one more. Find 15th term of an AP whose sum of n terms is 7n square minus 8n. Okay. Is the answer 195 for the last one? Yes. What we do first challenge? The question is find 23rd term of an AP whose sum of n terms is 5n square minus 2n. Crazy. Crazy. Very good. Very good. Very good. So really 223. Is it not even 10 seconds? Seriously. Crazy guys. Wow. Honestly, I was not expecting this to be so fast. 223. Akka, Keshav, almost same amount of time. Keshav and this two, Jetha and Dhvani. Very good. Even online students also came with the answers quickly. Okay. Hey, it's not 224 yes, 223. Okay. Everybody clear with the concept? Type 5 clear? Everyone, is type 5 clear? Yes, sir. Now, the type 6, look here. What is type 6? It's ulta of type 5. Type 5, guys, you're given with Fn in terms of n, you'll be asked to find Tn. Either second term, first term, fourth term, fifth term, or any particular term. Type 6 is ulta. You'll be given with Tn in terms of n, you'll be asked to find what? Sn. That means second. Sum of first two terms, sum of 10th term, first 10 terms, and so on. So, please have a look at this. Type 6, what is it? To find Sn, when nth term is given in terms of what? N. They'll give you Tn. Tn is equal to 5n plus 7n. 5n plus 7. Okay. 5n plus 7. Find. Let me just first explain this. Find its sum of n terms. Find its sum of n terms. Everybody concentrate here. How to find sum of n terms is, guys, always remember Sn is summation of Tn. Sn is what? Summation of Tn. Now, what is Tn given to you? 5n plus 7. Correct? Tn given to you is what? 5n plus 7. Now, I have to apply summation for both. Everybody concentrate. Summation 5n plus summation 7. Guys, you all know the fact that whenever there's a constant associated with a variable, we take a constant away and summation n should be in the, n should be within the summation. So 7 only the constant. So 7 into summation 1. Now, what is summation n? I've given you this before. Summation n means what? Sum of first n natural numbers. What is it? N into n plus 1 divided by 2. What is summation 1? Anybody? Uh-huh. Okay. Guys, if I give you 5 ones, if I ask you to add, What is the result of 5 ones? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. How much? 5. If I ask you to give, if I ask you to give a sum of first, let's say 10 ones, 10. Sum of n ones, n. Sum of n ones is what? Summation 1 means summation of n ones, which is nothing but n. Understood? So this is what is n. Takes more time. This is not the way you're going to do. Rather, everybody, let's keep this SN. Let's see how do we do it. Guys, even if they ask you to find sum of n terms, I told you this before. Whenever they ask you to find sum of n terms, don't find sum of n terms. Find sum of how many terms? Whenever they ask you to find sum of n terms, don't find sum of n terms, rather find the sum of how many terms? First two terms. You getting it? Can you tell me what is the first term? Put n equal to 1. 5 plus 7, 12. What is second term? 5 2s are 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. Are you getting it? Why am I finding out T1 and T2? I am given with Tn. T1 and T2, if I have, I can find out S2. What is S2? 12 plus 17, 29. Because for S2 means what, guys? First sum of first two terms. First term is 12. Second term is 17. The sum is 29. Guys, in this equation, Sn equation, if I put n equal to 2, I should get 29. Correct? If this Sn of mine is correct, then I should get what? 29. Check. Put n is equal to 2 here. Are you getting 29? 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 2s are 6. 6 by 2 is 6 by 2 is 3. 5 3s are 15. 7 2s are 14. How much? 29. Is it required to do so much? No. What do you do? Whenever Tn in terms of n is given, find out T1, find out T2, find S2. I told you already, whenever sum of n terms is required, you are not going to find sum of n terms. Rather, you find the sum of first two terms. That means T1 plus T2. How do I find T1 from Tn? Put n is equal to 1 in Tn. I get T1 is equal to 5 plus 7. T2 is equal to 5 to the 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. So S2 is what, guys? S2 is T1 plus T2, which is 29. Now what to do on finding S2? Put n is equal to 2 in the options. Whichever option fetches you this 29, that's the right answer. Have you understood? Everybody, can we solve one more question using the same concept? Hey Lipa, whenever sum of n terms is asked, would you find sum of n terms? What you will find instead? Sum of first two terms. That's it. Tell me now, for this question, what is this 7n minus 2? Is it the sum or is it the nth term? So how do I represent this? Tn is 7n minus 2. Sum of n terms is asked. I am not going to find sum of n terms. Rather, I find sum of first two terms, which is nothing but T1 plus T2. Quickly tell me what is T1. Fine. Quickly tell me what is T2. So what is the sum? 17. Put n equal to 2 in options. Put n equal to 2 in options. Which option gives you 17? Bina, Sina, Dina. It is C. Check. 7 into 4, 28. 3 into 2, 6. 28 plus 6 is 34. Into 0.5, 17. Option C is the right answer. You got it. Hey Rapa. Whenever sum of n terms is asked, you're not going to find sum of n terms. Rather, you find sum of first two terms. How do you do it? T1 plus T2. How do I find T1? In Tn, put n is equal to 1. How do I find T2? In Tn, put n is equal to 2. Sum of first two terms. Here, everybody. Really? Yes or no? Clear? Pakkana? 100%. One more you want to solve? Hey, guys, I just want you to find the sum because I have to what? Oh, I'll give you options. Go to practice question. There's one question actually. There's one question on this. Here you are. Question number two itself. Very good. Sir, you said nth term given. You have given pth term. When p equal to 1, you get first term. Put p equal to 2, you get second term. Add the 2, you get what? S2. What is T1 plus T2? 2 by 6 and what? 5 by 6, which is 7 by 6. Put n equal to 2 in options. Option B only. 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 1, 7. 7 into 2, 14, 14 by 12, which is nothing but 7 by 6 only. Option B. Guys, pth term given Tp is 3p minus 1 by 6. They're asking us to find sum of first n terms. And then S2 you are going to find, not Sn. Should I give you a line? Whenever sum of n terms is asked by giving Tn, what do you do? Find sum of first two terms by using S2 is T1 plus T2. Barkoli Bekar. When Sn is asked by giving Tn, what we do? We shall find S2 using T1 plus T2 and plug in n is equal to 2 in options. So whichever option coincides, that's the answer. I need not give you that. For type 6 questions, please write down this. Everybody done? Done, done, done. Aitappa. Guys, after I do all types, almost done. After I do all types, I'll give some questions random. I mean, some random questions I put. You should be able to identify what it is, and if you are able to solve the questions, nothing like it. No, if you find sum of first term, I said the problem with sum of first term is sometimes two options may coincide. There are some questions asked by ICAI wherein two options coincide for sum of first term if you take. So why we always avoid first term. So safer side, two terms is fine. Because I've seen some questions asked by ICAI wherein if you find S1, options coincide, right? So to avoid that tie, right, S2 we shall find. Everybody clear? Yes, just two more types to go. With that, we are done with. So please take down type 7 of AP. Guys, are we clear so far? Everybody, say yes or no. Yeah, please take down type 7. What's type 7 is? Inserting n arithmetic means between the two given terms. Inserting n arithmetic means between the two given terms. Please concentrate. What do you mean by inserting n arithmetic means between the two given numbers? Uh, don't write the example which I'm going to give you. Let's say 3 and 9 you're given with. You want to insert two arithmetic means between what? 3 and 9. Here n is equal to how much? 2. Instead of n arithmetic means, I am inserting how many arithmetic means? 2 arithmetic means. See, on inserting the 2 arithmetic means, the sequence so formed, the complete sequence, including the 2 given numbers, should be an arithmetic progression. On inserting the n arithmetic mean, the entire sequence, including the 2 given numbers, must be in AP. That is what is inserting n arithmetic means. On inserting the n arithmetic means between the 2 given numbers, the entire sequence should form what? An AP. Write down that. On inserting n AMs between the 2 given numbers or 2 given terms, the sequence so obtained, sequence so obtained will be, should be what? An AP, arithmetic progression. This you always keep it in mind. Now, how to let those n arithmetic means? Everybody, I'll go back to the same example. 3 and 9. I want to insert two arithmetic means. Please understand how to let those n arithmetic means. The first of the arithmetic mean is taken as a, and the second of the arithmetic mean is taken as a plus d. If there are n arithmetic means, the last arithmetic mean is taken as a plus n minus 1 into d. Tell me, if this first arithmetic mean is a, the given first term will be what? A minus d. What will be 9 then? A plus 2d. In general, how many arithmetic means am I inserting here? 2. If I am inserting 2 arithmetic mean, the last given term will be a plus so many. I mean, n value will be 2 only. How many ever arithmetic means you are inserting, that will be the coefficient of d for the last term given in the question. Andre, please write down the n AMs inserted are, to be inserted are what? A, A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. The last arithmetic mean is A plus n minus 1 into D. But these arithmetic means have to be inserted between the two given numbers, Alva. These n arithmetic means have to be inserted between the two given numbers. So the two given numbers are what? This is gonna be a minus d, and the last number given is a plus. How many arithmetic means you are inserting? N arithmetic means. So coefficient of d in the last term will be n. Whatever the number of AMs you are inserting, that is what will be the coefficient of d in the last given term. Have you understood? Always they remember the two given terms are taken as what? A minus D and A plus ND. If they say insert 5 AMs, what's the last term given? A plus 5D, not A plus 4D. You getting it? Everybody, if they say 10 arithmetic means have to be inserted, the two given terms are what? A minus D, A plus 10D. So in general, two given terms are always A minus D and A plus ND. Mention the two given terms are A minus D and A plus ND. Have you understood how they are A minus D and A plus ND? On inserting n arithmetic mean between the two given numbers, the term to the left of the first AM is A minus D. The term to the right of the nth AM is A plus ND. Is it clear? Everybody, say yes or no. That's the concept. To know this, I should be able to solve the questions on type 7. Copy, if you're done, we should solve the questions. Shall we have the questions? It's there in the notes. The same thing is there in the notes. Shall wait if you're copying it, or if you're done, we'll move on to the questions. Copying, huh? Same thing is there. The two given terms would be what? A minus D, A plus ND, and N arithmetic means are A plus D, A plus 2D, and so on. And so what is that they're asking? The three aims between 9 and what? 21. What are the three aims? A, A plus D, A plus 2D. What are the two given terms? A minus D is 9. Ah, A plus 3D is 21. Why A plus 3D? 3 AMs, right? So obviously the coefficient of D in last term will be N. So if I subtract the two equations, I get A cancelling minus 4D equal to minus 12. So D equal to what? Because if I get D, that's more than sufficient to get the sequence. Yes or no? Because the complete sequence should form an AP. Yes or no? 9 plus 3, 12. 12 plus 3, 15. 15 plus 3, 18. I got the sequence. You understood. If I get the common difference, that's enough, right? To get the complete sequence. Because to 9, 3 is added to get the first AM, which is 12. Have you understood? Say yes or no. Everybody. Can I ask you one more question on this? Please take the question. Find the fifth AM between find the fifth AM between 10 and 10 and 200 if if 20 AMs are inserted, not 20, 19 AMs. Please change it. 19 AMs are inserted between them. What is 50 AM? A minus A minus 40 or A plus 40? As per the question, we need to find what? A plus 40. Are you getting this? What are the two given numbers to be taken as? A minus D, which is 10, A plus ND. What is N? 90 na? D is equal to what? 200. Everybody, how do I get D value? Subtract, subtract, subtract. Minus 20D equal to minus what? 190. So D is equal to 190 by 20. How much? 9 point. I got D value. I want which AM? 50 AM. I'll put D value in the first equation to get what? A value. What is A value? Array, A is equal to 10 plus D alpha, which is 19.5. I got A value, I got D value. I want A plus 4D. Take a calculator. 4 into what? 9.5 plus what is A? 19.5. That will fetch you how much? 57 point. You understood. Should I explain once again or clear? Once again? Tell me if you want me to explain again. Is it required or not required? Really, Pa? Should I explain once again? Yes, sir. You understood that you are asked to find 50 AM, that is A plus 4D, between what? 10 and what? 200. 10 and 200. Now look, what is 10? The given two terms are always A minus D and A plus ND. What is N? 19. So A minus D and A plus 19D are given as 10 and 200. Now I'll solve the two equations to get the value of D. How do I get the value of D? By subtracting the two equations. Correct? If I subtract, then only A and A will get cancelled. Yes or no? Tell me, minus D, this becomes minus 19D. How much it is? Minus 20D. 10 minus 200 is minus 190. Minus minus cancel. So 190 by 20 is 190 by 20 is 99.5. D value I got. Now I would put D value in the first equation. I'll get A value. D is 9.5. If it is taken to the other side, becomes plus 9.5. 10 plus 9.5 is 19.5. I got A value. Ultimately, I want A plus 4D. 4 into what is D? 9.5 plus what is A? 19.5. That will fetch how much? 57.5. You understood? Everybody, say yes or no. Akka, 100%. Want to solve one more on this? Want to solve one more on this? Yes, sir. Want to solve one more on this? Copied? This one you copied. Let's see who will do first. That challenge. Okay? Have you copied this? Everybody, find 12th AM between, find the 12th AM between 200 and 600 if 30 AMs are inserted between them. Three six zero. We'll check. 350? 16 or 16? 359 point? 369. Correct. Very good. As per the question, what you need to find? A plus 11D. Correct. Now, what are these 200 and 600 as per the question? A 354.8. 354.8. We'll check. A minus B is how much? 200. A plus how much D? TD is equal to what? 600. Subtract, subtract, subtract. It's minus 31D equal to minus 400. Negative, negative cancel. So 400 divided by what? 31. How much? 12.9032. DS 12.9032. Guys, you need not write this on paper because this minus D becomes plus D here. Add 200 to get A value. Correct? To this D value, add 200, you get the value of A. What is A? 212.9032. Take 4 digits to get the better accurate answer. I have A, I have D. Now 11 into 12.9032 plus A value is 212.9032. That fetches you 354.8. That's the right answer. They'll not give you questions like this. It's a random question, so why you're getting decimal values. They'll give you questions such a way you get whole number values only. The decimal is most unlikely. I just gave you values just randomly, so why you're getting decimal. They'll give you questions in such a way you always get a whole number. You need not what have to what handle such decimal values. Just to practice, I gave you this. Have you understood? Everybody, Kana, you understood your mistake. You wrote it off, huh? 12th term ಅಂದ್ರೆ A plus 11D. Everybody, type 8. Guys, you're not learning new thing. Let me tell you. You are not learning a new thing, even though it is a different type. Now I'll ask you a question. Simple interest. What is type of simple interest? Two amounts in terms of rupees or principal. Rupees. Two amounts in terms of rupees and two time durations given. To find the principal or rate, we use type 5. Yes or no? Can you give it a shortcut to find P? A2 minus A1 by E2 minus P1 into P1 minus A1. We reverse the sign for what? P. Whatever you get, you have to reverse. Tell me, you store it for what? What is this stored? SI for each year, 1 year, correct? To get R, what is R? MRC divided by P percentage. You remember, same shortcut for this variety also. Look, to find the common difference and the first term. Everybody, what terms in SI are in AP? What are the terms in SI which are in AP? Is it the principal? Is it the interest? Or is it the amounts? It's the amounts which are in what? AP. I already told you, right? You invest 1000, 1100, 1200, 1300. All these are what? Amounts. You invested 1000 at 10% per annum. At the end of first year, you will have 1100 in your account. Don't you think this is a principal? Also, first amount? First amount itself is a principal, yes or no? So here, principal becomes what? In AP, what's the first term? A. P and A are one and the same. In SI, it was P. In AP, it becomes A. Are you understanding? Now, in SI, this is a SI for 1 year. Whatever I've encircled, it's SI for 1 year. What is it for D? What is it for AP? What is this 100? Common difference. So this whatever you are storing, that's a common difference value. Whatever you are storing, that is the common difference value. You can just mark SI for 1 year. Where here it is common difference. This is common difference. Have you understood? Say yes or no. Now take your calculator. What? See, what are the two amounts actually? The two terms in AP are only what? Two amounts. I already told you. Amounts in SI are the terms in AP, correct? Amounts in SI are the terms in AP, yes or no? So the two terms given in AP are only the two amounts. Tell me what are the two terms given in AP here? 38 and 66. The smaller amount is taken as A1 and the bigger amount is taken as A2. Clear? Everybody. Now. When you take T1 and T2, you have T1, T2 here. So please understand T1 is always a coefficient of D in the least term. What is the coefficient of D in sixth term? 5. It's 5. How it is 5? It's coefficient of D in that least term. T1 is always coefficient of D. You write down in the formula only. T1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Coefficient of D in least term and T2 is coefficient of D in highest term. Everybody, tell me in this question what is T1? Is it 6 or 5? 5. What is T2? 10th term, what is the coefficient of D? 9. Now all we need to do is you're asked to find its 20th term. What is 20th term, everybody? A plus 19D. So is D required for the future? To compute A plus 19D, I need a D value. So after solving for D, common difference, I will store that. Yes or no? Write down. This is a common difference. A2 minus A1, 66 minus 38 divided by T2 minus T1 is 9 minus 5 is 4. Store it by pressing M plus because that is the common difference. Into what is T1? 5. Minus what is A1? Minus what is A1? 38. That fetches you how much? Minus 3. But I told you what? Reverse the sign. So A value is what? Plus 3. You are getting negative, right? You have to reverse the sign, right? So is it not plus 3? Yes. So write down A value. Now guys, I want what? 19D. Where is D? Where is D? Memory. How do I recall? By pressing MRC into what? 19 into what? 19 plus what is A? 3. And the result is 136. So using the same shortcut, you can actually find the result for such questions. Remember, make a note somewhere. The two amounts in SI are the two terms in AP. The two amounts in SI are only the two terms in AP. Two amounts in SI are the two amounts in AP. Have you understood how to find T1, T2 here? T1 and T2 are not the terms directly. T1 and T2 are the coefficients of D in the least and highest terms respectively. Have you noted this? T1 is coefficient of D in the least term. T2 is coefficient of D in the highest term. Shall I explain this once again or clear? Once again. Look, what is the highest term given? What's the highest term given? 66. That is A2. I have marked. Least term given is 38. That is A1. I have marked. What is T1? 6. It is not 6. 1 less than 6. What is T2? It is not 10. It is 1 less than 10 because it is coefficient of D in that particular term. Now take your calculator. A2 minus A1. 66 minus 38. Done. Divided by T2 minus T1. What minus what? 9 minus 5 is how much? 4. Now, whatever I have done just now is a common difference D. Do I need common difference for the future purpose? Yes. So store that value. Are you getting 7? So that is what is D. Into T1. What is T1? 5. Minus A1. What is A1? 33. So if you press equal, you get minus 3. But reverse the sign for here. What is P actually? A. In AP, P becomes A. You getting it? So you get minus 3. Take it as what? Plus 3. Are you getting it? Now I got A value. Now I need to find what 20th term. 20th term means 19D plus A or A plus 19D. Where is D actually? In the memory. Press MRC to get the value D. 7 it has come. Into what I should do? 19 plus A value already I have written it is 3. That results in how much? 136. Have you understood now? Clear? Can you do the question? Again, 20th term is A plus 19D. Can you tell me what is T1 here? 8. T2 here? 18. A1? 35. A2? 75. So shortcut to find A2 minus A1 by T2 minus T1 into T1 minus A1. Should we store this value? Why? Because that is required for the future. Do it. 70. Online students, what is the answer for this? T20 is 79. What is A value? 3 only. What is D value? Are you getting it? One shortcut can be used in two varieties, AP as well as this line. Can I give you one more question on this? Can I give you one more thing? If 12th and 25th terms of an AP, if 12th and 25th terms of an AP are 100 and 360 respectively, 100 and 360 respectively, then Find its 30th term. 450 na? 4? 460 only. Very good. Very good. 460? 7. What is A1? What is T1? 11. 2? 24. A1? 100. A2 is 360. Use the shortcut A2 minus A1. 260 divided by T2 minus T1. 13. M plus, because we need D value for the future. Into T1, 11 minus A1, 100. Will fetch you 120. But actually A value is not 120. Reverse the sign. A value is minus 120. Correct? I told you what? Reverse the sign for A. You get positive, make it negative. You get negative, you make it as what? Positive. A is minus 120. Guys, have you reversed the sign? Have you understood reversing the sign means? Then I have a T in the calculator. How? By pressing MRC, I'll get it. Guys, 30th term means A plus 29D. D I got it. I have to multiply what? 29 plus. What is A? It's not plus 120, it's minus 120 because A is negative. So minus 120, that will fetch you 460. You understood. So what you have done is plus 120 you would have done. So why you are getting 700? Understood? It's not plus 120, it's minus 120. Clear? One more. One more. Take. If 20th and 35th terms of an AP are 1000 and 1500, 1500, 1500 respectively, then find its 29th term. 1000. Very good. 1100. Yeah. Uh, Guys, next 10 minutes, I shall just quickly revise all the types that we have discussed with one example on each. Yeah. So that will sit in your mind, hopefully, right? With one revision. Yes, sir. Shall we do it? Ready? Okay. Each type, I'm going to give you what? One example on each. First of all, what is AP, guys? A sequence having a common difference. The general form is, what is the general form of an AP? A plus D, A plus 2D, and so on. A plus N minus 1 into D. What's A? First term. What's this? Last term or Tn. And what is the common difference. Everyone, what is Tn of an AP or the last term of an AP? A plus n minus 1 into D. What is Sn if you don't know last term? N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into D. What is Sn when you know first and last term both? N by 2 into a plus n. So this formula is actually obtained from middle term into n. Correct? Right. The first variety that we have discussed is what to find n when what a, l, and d are given. What is the shortcut to find n, everyone? L minus a. Please say you will remember. What is that? L minus a by d minus 1 plus 1. I'll give you the question on type 1 in type 2 only. Because type 2 requires the type 1, yes or no. So, type 2, what is it? Sum of all natural numbers between or from to 2. Okay. With given condition. With given condition. This between means should you consider the two given numbers? Between means exclusive, from to 2 means inclusive, provided they satisfy the condition. From to 2 not always inclusive. To satisfy the condition, it is inclusive. Otherwise, even the two given numbers are not inclusive. One example quickly, let's see how you handle it, how fast you can solve it. Question is find the sum of all natural numbers from 150 to 250 which are exactly divisible by 5. 150 to 250 which are exactly divisible by 5. 2000, 2200. From to 2, should you consider the two given numbers or should not? Should we or should not? We should. Condition satisfied. So are they divisible by 5? Okay, 150 is the definitely first number, 155 and so on. Last number, 250. I have A, I have L, I have D which is 5. So what is the N? L minus A by D plus 1. How much? 21. Now what is the Sn? N by 2 into A plus N. 5000? You getting it? Everybody. Now also if you don't understand, can't help guys. Right? See, if you really concentrate, if you're really here to learn, then no one can stop you studying, no one can stop you like understanding it. So you're not here to learn it, then no one can make you learn. Not just me, anybody for that matter. Right? Yeah. Have you understood this? Type 3. What was type 3, guys? Given what? Given what? Middle term. Given middle term to find what? S n. Sum of n terms. Correct? So how do I find Sn? Middle term into type 4 given what? Sum of two terms equidistant from middle term. Then to find what? Sum of n terms. Guys, what is the sum of n terms here? Given sum divided by 2 into n. Correct? Given sum by 2, if I do, I get what? Middle term. This is type 4. Type 3 is middle term directly given. Type 4, sum of the two terms equidistant from middle term. See, in type 3, there's one more variety. Instead of giving middle term, they may give you sum. They may ask you to find middle term. So what is middle term? Middle term is sum Sn divided by n. Sum of n terms divided by. Got it? One example on each. Okay. If 12th term of an AP, 12th term of an AP is 100, then find the sum of its first 23 terms. Is 12th term a middle term? Is 12th term a middle term? How come? 23 plus 1 divided by 2. Definitely it's a middle term. So what is sum? 100 into 23, which is 2300. Got it? Got it? If the sum of sixth and eighth terms of an AP, sixth and eighth terms of an AP is 50, then find the sum of its first 9 terms. First of all, confirm first 9 terms means what's the middle term? 5. Definitely 5 is in between 6th and 7th. Can you apply the concept? You cannot apply. The question cannot be 9 terms. It should be 13 terms. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. You have to see that person. Understood? Apply concept. It's not blindly. 13 terms means seventh term is the middle term. So 7 is in between 6 and 8. Confirm that first. So required sum is given sum divided by 2 into n. What is n here? 13. Given sum is 50. 50 by 2 into 13. 3. 20. You getting it? Everybody. Say yes or no. Ah, take the type 5. Take type 5, type 6, type 3, type 4 are related. Middle term concept. Type 5, type 6 are related. Ulta. Type 5 Sn in terms of n given. Tn is asked. Type 6 Tn in terms of n is asked. Given Sn will be asked. Right? Type 5 what is it? Sn in terms of n given to find what? Tn. Tn means any particular term. One example quickly. Tell me guys. The question is find 10th term of an AP whose sum of first n terms is 6n square plus 9n. Compute quickly. You need to find 10th term. What is 10th term in terms of Sn? Huh? Sn minus S9. 123. See, you're asked to find T10 apart. What is it? S10 minus S9. Compute S10. 10 square is 100 into 6 m plus 9 into 100. Oh, sorry, 9 into 10. 100 into 6 m plus. Why 100 into 6? 10 square. Then 9 into 10 m plus MRC, which is 690. Next, 9 square is 81 into 6 m plus 9 into 9 m plus MRC. How much? 567. That gives you 123. Everyone understood? Say yes or no? Type 6. Given what, guys? n in terms of n. Find what? Sn. What you will do for type 6 question? Don't find Sn. Find S2. Using what? T1 plus T2. Then put n equal to 2 in options. This is what you'll be doing for 5, 6 questions. I'll give you options. Uh, Find sum of n terms of an AP whose nth term is n square plus 7. N square plus 8. Nth term is n square plus 8. My first option, oh sorry, it cannot be n square. Cannot be n square. Right. It's n plus 8. The sum of n terms only will have highest power of n as 2. N plus 8. The first option is n into n plus 1 divided by 2 plus 8. Option B, n into n plus 1 divided by 2 plus 8n. Option C, n into n plus 1 divided by 2 minus 8n. Option D, none of this. Which option? Option. What have you done? Tn is equal to, sorry, given as what? N plus 8. So Sn, how do I find? T1 plus T2 by putting n is equal to 2. What is T1? 9. What is T2? 10. So sum of two terms is 19. Now put n is equal to 2 in the options. Which option gives you 19? Option B only gives you 19. How? 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 2s are 6. 6 by 2 is 3. 8 into 2, 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. You're getting it, everybody. Say yes or no? Just 2 minutes and just revise all the points, right? Done with this? Type 7. What was type 7? Inserting n AMs between the two given numbers. What are n arithmetic means? N AMs are A plus D, A plus 2D, and so on, A plus n minus 1 into D. And the two given terms are, everybody, what are the two given terms? A minus D and A plus ND. One example on this quickly. Find ninth AM between 300 and 700. Find ninth AM between 300 and 700 when 20 AMs are inserted between them. 20 AMs are inserted between them. Think it quickly. More one? What 71 point? 480. How digits you take after decimal point? So better accuracy. What 70? 36 or 26? We'll check. A minus D is how much? 300. A plus what is N? 20D equal to how much? 700. Subtract the two equations. Minus 21D equal to minus 400. Correct? D is equal to how much? 400 by 21. How much? 19.0476. 4 digits after decimal, more than sufficient. What is A? 319.0476. I got A, I got D. Now what I need to do? 9th AM is A plus 8D. 8 into what is D? 19.0476 plus what is A value? 319.0476. 471.42. Getting it? Everybody, say yes or no. And last, now, two terms in AP given. Along with that, what is asked? To find what? Particular term. To find a particular term or common difference. Tell me what you do. A is equal to A2 minus A1 by T2 minus T1 into T1 minus A1. Reverse the sign for. Reverse the sign for. Hmm. And what is this A2 minus A1 by T2 minus T1? Common difference. Common difference. An example quickly. If 6th and 16th terms of an AP, 6th and 16th terms of an AP are 60 and 380, then find its 25th term. 60, 668. A, you get positive or negative? Negative, but we will take it as positive. Positive you will get, but take it as what? Negative. A2 minus A1 by T2 minus T1 into T1 minus A1. Everybody, what is T1? 5 or 6? 5. T2, 15. A1, 60. A2 is 380. Let me do it and leave the break. But what is T25? A plus 24D is what you need to compute. Nana, yeah, go for break now.